Good morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, right? Right. Okay. And today's math is actually not too bad. In fact, it's fairly easy when we're remembering what we do with coordinates. So it was Module 6, Lesson 2 that we're working on today. And I think pages 39 and 40, if I remember correctly. I think I have it up in front of me here, what you should have today. So hopefully this was done correctly for print shot. And so I have a dog and a cat and whoever fighting behind me. That's cool. All right, so if we look at the very beginning of the page, don't be confused by the wording. Let's take a look and see what it says. It says, use a set square to draw a line perpendicular to the x-axis through point P, and then label the new line as the y-axis. Okay, so we already have an x-axis, so it is right here, right? Okay, and we want to make a square and make a perpendicular to that. So we're not actually drawing a square. What it means by using a set square is use a piece of paper to draw a line to make it a square corner. And you're going through point P. And so what you're looking at, you cannot draw perfectly on the computer. You have a line that's going through here. And it should connect to your x-axis and perpendicular. Remember, perpendicular is like this. Okay, perpendicular. Remember, parallel to L, right? Okay, so perpendicular is where we end up with a T. Sometimes it can even cross over, okay? As long as it makes a right angle and you're making that perfect square in the corner, then that's going to be perpendicular. So we're going to make it, and we're just going to stop at the X, it doesn't matter. But then it's a line this way, all right? So that's fine. Okay, then we make it an actual line. Otherwise, it's just kind of very. Okay, so we've got that, and we're going to label it. All right, so that's what you should be doing on your paper. And then you're going to do the same thing with the other one. So you have point P, your axis is going to go straight through it, and go up and down like that, and you're going to make the line the same, and you're going to make the y-axis. So when we're talking about coordinates, we're talking about the x and the y. The x is always horizontal, and the y is going to be vertical. Okay, so for what we're doing right now. Then it says on part B, it says to choose one of the sets of perpendicular lines above and create a coordinate plane. Mark 5 units on each axis and label them as whole numbers. So what we're doing is we're creating kind of what's down below. Down here, this is a coordinate plane, all right? So it wants you to do the same thing. You can pick either one. I'd actually like you to do both since I'm going to model one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do we call this point where they meet together in the middle? What is that labeled at? Okay, so that's our vertex, and we're going to call that 0. And you know I can't write on here very well, but if we were doing this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then down here we have our 0 still the point, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry for that. Okay, so you should do the same thing to the other one. Creating the coordinate plane. So we have coordinates going up our y-axis, and we have coordinates going across our x-axis. Okay. Easy enough. You guys can do the rest of that. Then, if you look at number 2, it says coordinate plane. And you're using coordinate and shape. So what it's asking is what shape is at that point, at those coordinates. So remember, here's what you do. X is always across. Y is up and down. Okay? So horizontal and vertical. And X is always first. When we're doing coordinates, it's always X and then Y. That's why they listed them that way. It's not Y and then X. We don't go up and then across. We always go across and then up or down, right? Okay, and in this case, it's only up to the right and then up. Okay, so we're going to go across 2. Here's our whole number. So we have 1, 2, right? And we're going to go up the y-axis to 4. So 1, 2, 3, oh, here's 4. What shape do we have? We're going to put the circle in there, okay? You're going to do the rest of those super easy. And questions below, which shape is 2 units from the x-axis? So you have to think about, okay, so where's my x-axis? So that's on the bottom. Which one is 2 away from it, okay? And we're saying have the same x and y coordinate. So it means the amount of spaces over on x is the same as the amount of spaces on y. That's pretty easy. The next part is essentially the same thing but backwards. They gave you the shape and they want to know what the coordinates are. Remember, you're going to go x and then y. You're going to go over. Always over and up, over and up. Okay, so let's do the first one, the moon. So the moon goes over. Is it on 2? Is it on 3? No, it's halfway, right? We call that as a decimal. It's 2.5. How do we write that? 2.5. So that's 2.5. And then we're going to look at our y axis. So we're going to go up on the 4 line. Okay? So you need to do the rest of the shape. And questions and asks you to plot some other things. Okay? If you plotted them as a fraction and you said 2.5 as a fraction like they did in E, that's fine. Or if you said 2.5 as a decimal, it's the same thing, right? Hold on. The dog is going to. He's trying to wrestle with the cat. Great background noise, right? Okay. All right. So then the bottom part, that's your challenge question for today. Since everything else is easy, I'm not going to do all of this for you. But it says Mr. Palmer plans to bury a time capsule 10 yards behind the school. You know what a time capsule is? You put something in it and then you bury it and you could open it up like 10 years later and just remember what you buried and say, oh, how cool was that way back then, right? Oh, my goodness. The dog wants to play during a video. So he's burying a time capsule 10 yards behind the school. What else should he do to make naming the location of the time capsule more accurate? So you need to think about what we're doing here with coordinates. How could he label it so he knows exactly where to find it, like in 10 years when he goes to dig it up? So I want you to think about that question. Otherwise, these are easy. Should be a good day of math. If you have any questions, always message me or call me. And don't forget that today we have a video chat time from 12:30 to 1:30 for everybody. Log in. If you can do audio or video, you can talk to your friends and ask questions there too, okay? All right, guys, have a great Wednesday. Talk to you later.